Mission Motorsports, the Forces Motorsport charity. It was established back in 2012 to bring together one of the avenues of recovery sport that's used for those who are leaving the services. And so, particularly for those, I think, who are wounded, injured and sick, but also for those who kind of lost their way perhaps after service. There's a bunch of different recovery sports that people can get into, up to and including things like the Invictus Games. So we recently had folk out in Dusseldorf for that. But we run a really lovely low-level sporting program that's all about accessible and engaging ways for members of the armed forces community to ultimately, the goal is to make people successful civilians. There's a bit of motor racing takes place as well.
So Mission Motorsport's main aim is, we call it race, retrain and recover. And the idea was to essentially get wounded, injured and sick, service leavers, you name it, we call them beneficiaries, back out there, back into life, into meaningful, purposeful, whatever, whether it's working for a race team, whether it's driving, whether it's a job with a motor manufacturer, and now whether it's a job in renewables or any other industry. Beyond that, the world's our oyster as we move into more territories, help more organisations out there achieve the Forces Covenant, and more people realise that engaging with the Forces, bringing them into meaningful employment and getting them back out into a purposeful life is possibly the best and most rewarding thing you can do.
I'm a service leaver. I decided that I'd come to the end of my journey with the armed forces, and I found out about Mission Motorsports, researched them a bit more and realised that they did courses for service leavers. So I enrolled in one of their courses, a level 3 LMVR, light vehicle maintenance repair course, and since then I've become a fully qualified trained vehicle mechanic.
Well, this is the 9th time we've been here in Anglesey running Race of Remembrance, and Race of Remembrance, it's not just about this race here, it's more about how the motorsport community can mark Remembrance Weekend. So for the things that happen on Remembrance Weekend, that it's done where it's acknowledging what the rest of the country is looking at on that day, to support the Poppy Appeal, to observe the silence, I think, on Armistice Day, and to do something to support your ROR and for Race of Remembrance, that thing. The Forces Motorsport charity being the thing that sort of brings that things together. And behind me here we've got a thing that it was not my idea. I thought it was a ridiculous idea to run an endurance race here, right perched on the cliffs above the Irish Sea and at this time of year. And I think in modern life it's rare when you get to do real mindfulness and to be silent for 2 minutes, but to do it amongst 1,000 people and on the falling notes of a bugle in a remembrance service is really moving, and it impacts not just those who've served, I think, and their families, but I think everybody who comes along and takes part in Race of Remembrance kind of feels a little bit of that. We're here in November in Anglesey with all of the implications of weather that sort of goes, and we've got 145 marshals signed on for this event, which is just absolutely extraordinary, because once you come and do it once, it then becomes a bit of a pilgrimage to come and do it again. It's a lovely thing. We absolutely need people to be able to help and support through fundraising, and obviously this is a great focus at this time of year, but there's lots of ways that people can get engaged. Come and do passenger rides on our events perhaps, and whether that's Goodwood or whether it's Three Sisters up near Wigan, the big family day that we run up in Croft up in August. There's a calendar of things throughout the year, and people can come and get involved, they can come and volunteer, and there's some amazing opportunities to come and help the charity out.